Start the clap. We're going to go round, 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 round.
It is a bit sexy up here, I apologise. I don't need just me, I need these candles. There was an 80s film with Sharon Stone that started exactly like this, with a rug like this and a room full of people watching her. So, we'll see how we get on. It's funny, I was listening back there, right? And Sean, that's the worst Tourette's ever already. You know? Well, that is funny because Sean was talking there, and give it up for Sean, your host for the evening. There's a couple of things, right? So the first thing I notice whenever I look at Sean, I realise that himself and myself, we look like the before and after of a drugs awareness poster. But it was very funny because he was working his way through stuff, and he just says Osama bin Laden, and I heard the door slam and two people walk in. I can only imagine. Sorry, I don't know where you two are, but I can only imagine what you thought. You walk in, you hear someone and Osama bin Laden. So we'll see how we get on here. You're sitting with a bald man, but I got to see how we all are after Sean. All right. So, do you quit? Yes. That took a while, didn't it? We'll see. We'll do it again. We'll do a test at the end. So yes, just to get to know each other. I am a bald human male. Okay. There's a few of us in the room today, and Osama bin Laden. Sit down there, Osama. So yeah, I'm a bald human male. I don't know if it's the same. There's a few bald brothers in here tonight. Fair play to you. Some of you are hanging on for dear life. No judging from me. But this hurts. This started for me at a very young age, kind of 18, 19 months. I started losing my hair. And I don't know if you can tell here, but these two sides of my hairline, they had a race. Backwards. And my hairline is receded so far back that it's in the middle of my arse. So this is it. But like we're in February, March now. March, Jesus Christ. Did anyone do any New Year's resolutions? No. Because some people do try, you know what I mean? And they pretend for a week. Like I pretended for a week. I joined a gym for a week. Went every day for a week. And I just stopped showing up. And in my file in the gym, right, it has my name, Keego, and then in brackets it has Jerry Adams beside it. And I said, why do you call me Jerry Adams? And they're like, well, we think you have membership. But we can't prove it. So that's where we are. Hopefully he's not in tonight, Jerry. But no, I know Sean was getting to know you all, but I missed it because I'm behind a brick wall there. If you're in a relationship, give me a woo. Woo! Sound fairly happy, fair play to you. One hand went up. If you're single, give me a woo. Woo! I think some of the same people are sharing. If you're married, give me a woo. Woo! Oh, fair play to you. You brought the wives out tonight. Fair play. Fair play. So yeah, I said no. Brought me boyfriend Gav. But no, I'm a married man. I've been married for 12 years, and I'm fairly certain I've given her 6 of the best months of her life. Because it's not easy to be married to an Irish man. Are you married to Irish men? I can't see any of you, by the way. So, put your trousers back on, sir. But it's not easy being married to an Irish man. It takes a lot of pressure and effort to keep things fresh and sexy. And I just want to share a couple of things with you, right? So what we've started doing is we buy each other gifts, presents, to try and spice things up, you know? And so recently, she bought me the Kama Sutra. Oh yeah, you all know what the Kama Sutra is, yeah? Or are you pretending not to know? Or for those who are pretending not to know, right? The Kama Sutra is like a lover's guide. It's a manual. Positions, sauces, foods, ways of pleasing your partner, okay? I was thumbing through the book recently, and there are 514 positions in that book. 514 Okay, I know. And so I was kind of thinking about it. 514, I was educated in Ireland like a lot of us were, so that means that I know 4 of them! But it gets even sexier, folks, because I only use 2 of them! And one is on our birthday, so it is what it is. But it got me thinking, like what, like the Kama Sutras is from India or somewhere, right? It's all exotic, everyone's got a tan, full head of hair, you know, they shave their party areas just for fun. Whereas, you know, I was wondering, what would the Irish Kama Sutra be like? Right? It got me thinking, right? Because I know it's not like 512 position book, you know what I mean? We still go belly to belly in Ireland, you know, so I figured it out. I figured out what the Irish Kama Sutra is. That's a mental image you don't need in your life. So I shouldn't have thrown that in. That's how I have twins now. But the Irish Kama Sutra, right? I'll make myself laugh there. Sometimes shit just happens. But the Irish Kama Sutra, I was trying to figure it out. Speaking of this, is what would it be? And she turned around and she said to me, it wouldn't be a book. It wouldn't even be a postcard. What it would be is it would be the menu you get through the front door from your local chipper. And I said to her, what are you talking about? What? And she goes, at 3 in the morning, it looks fantastic. You make the order, you eat it, and afterwards you'll have wished you made your own dinner. But it's a big deal. Being married is a big deal, right? Because they make you sign that contract, don't they? At the big table in front of everyone, you've got to sign your name, you know, and there's lots of big statements in that piece of paper. You know, and the big one is "till death do us part." Like, it's a heavy sentence to put on anybody. But my wife has actually Tipex that out on the contract, and she's written over it. It doesn't say "till death do us part" anymore. It says "until I come up with a plan." That's kind of where we're at. She's watching a lot of true crime situations at the moment. But listen, not only is this a great day, we are here in the Dot Theatre, the beautiful Dot Theatre, with the sexy candles, but today is my birthday.
Happy birthday.
Now, I like to say that at every gig, just to see how everyone is doing. You know what I mean? Like you know, my age has gone from being a number to a medical condition. That's where I'm at the moment. The doc says I'm in the middle age, as if he knows where the end of it is. I'm in the middle of it right now. But things change as you get older. Like, you all look very young, because I can't see any of these, fair play. Some of you have never looked younger, to be fair, in the dark. But things change as you get older. Because I used to be an athlete, I used to be active, I used to train, play sports, I used to be all right at it. But I can't do it anymore. I can't train like I used to. I'm not even treated like an athlete in my own house anymore. I want to give you an example of this, right? Usain Bolt is the fastest man in history, right? He can run 100 meters, 9.58 seconds. He is applauded for it. If I finish in 9.58 seconds, I'm not applauded. I'm sent to the spare room. That's what happens to me. But another big thing happening for people my age, I don't know if you're all aware of the kind of lackluster pull-out game Irish men have. That's some segue, isn't it? Everyone just goes, what? Big shot back on, please. But it's notorious. It's well known around the world. We're weak at it because it's very rare that it happens, so we're there. We're in it to win it. But the thing that's happening now, a lot of my mates have got it done. They've gotten the snip.
Hey.
Yeah. But you know, I can't even pull into traffic. So I'm booked in to get the snip tomorrow. So I got a group on. It's a guy in a high ace band. It's gonna be a tricky one. I just think that's what it is, you know. But like, I'm an 80s baby. Do we have any other 80s babies in here? 80s babies. We're a different breed because we went through a lot of different stuff that our parents were going through. You know, like they grew up with the Beatles, the Rolling Stones, Andy Warhol. Amazing stuff, right? We grew up with MC Hammer, Vanilla Ice, and really slow internet porn. Now the porn itself was regular speed. It's just that by the time the film had downloaded, the internet was so bad that by the time the film had downloaded, the teen had become a MILF. That's a perv test just to see how everyone's doing. We might need a couple more free drinks in a sec. But like, our parents, they grew up watching the moon landing, which is amazing technology. The biggest technological advancement in our lifetime is an app called Snapchat. Do you all perverts know what Snapchat is?
Yep.
Yep. I'm using it right now. To let people who don't know what it is, so I'm going to ask a question after this. So Snapchat is an app where you take a picture and it disappears. Okay? Keep that in your mind because I'm going to ask you, what was the first thing a fella sent on Snapchat? Not only is that our second case of Tourette's of the evening, you're also correct. You're absolutely correct. It's for sending pictures of your genitals to people you like and people you don't like. Because that's how men show affection.
Sexting.
Tourette's again.
It was just so quietly and well pronounced. It's sexting. When was the last time you sent a sext search?
Just a minute ago.
On your chair? Was it of you or was it of somebody in the room?
That's private.
That's what we call a comedy one-way street right there. That didn't quite work the way we were going to do it. And I don't even remember what we were talking about. That's the beauty of what's happening right now. What the fuck is happening right now? You know what I mean? It's not easy being bald and like from nose to toes. I'm just looking down at myself here. From nose to toes, I'm a gorilla. And that's just a statement. Because it's not all funny. Sometimes I've got to teach you stuff. You know? Because I'm at the age where I started doing kinky stuff. I'm going to share with you. I've started watching the news. Oh, it's a level too high on the kinkometer for you. But I want to tell you about a couple of things I read about in the news, right? Did you know that in 2020, well, it was last year, 2024, 87% of all the kids that were born were conceived in an IKEA bed. Isn't that amazing? Mm-hmm. Now I know it takes a long time to get around IKEA. But yeah. This is the best review ever. You made no noise, it's just yellows on it. But then I was reading as well in I can't remember, Florida or somewhere, a teacher got put in jail for having sex with her students. Yeah. She's only trying to get people to show up to class on time. Like, that's how we do it. Because over here, my chemistry teacher, back in the day, my chemistry teacher, Miss Byrne, wanted to have sex with me. I could have been Albert Einstein, okay? But she had no interest. My German teacher, he had a lot of interest. It was tough times in school. Not the type of grind I was after. So. But the other thing I read about was there was a study done recently where the skills, Irish men's skills in the bedroom department has been found to be out of date and inaccurate. Which is a weird way to describe that act. Like, I've made a couple of socks pregnant, but I've never done anything else. But I want to ask the ladies in the room, and if there's any fellas who've had sex with fellas, everyone's open to answer this question. Do you find our love-making skills as Irish men to be out of date or inaccurate? I don't have a mic to point out there, so... No, everyone's fucking brilliant. Because I'm shit. I'm terrible at it. I'm awful at it. I got it right once and now I have twins. Like, that happened a long time ago. I'm bad because I was educated here. Okay? And in geography class, I was taught that the clitoris is a Greek island. I can't find it anywhere. It is where we are. But as you're finding out as we're rolling merrily through this, like I confuse very easy. Like everything confuses me. And I just want to see if anything similar confuses you. Because there's an old phrase that says it's good luck to be shat on. Pause. It's not good luck to be shat on by a bird. Yeah, there you go. Do you want to come up? So it's good luck to be shot on by a bird, not a person. That's bad. Just to clarify, just in case you're wondering, don't fall for that later on. It's not. You're not lucky. But you're dead right. Apparently, it's good luck to be shot on by a bird. Weird phrase. Okay. But going by that logic, my car is going to win the lottery. It's a weird. Oh, here's another one, right? We love our wildlife documentaries, right? And there was one about a fight in the ocean between a killer whale and a sperm whale. Okay? And I understand where the killer whale gets its name from. It kills people. If you go swimming with a killer whale, it will kill you. It makes sense. Like I see that line. How does a sperm whale get its name? And I asked an audience that, right? Because also the kids were doing a project in school about sea life. And I asked that question. And this drunk woman in Drogheda, who'd been drinking for the previous 3 weeks, stood up. No, it was just like that. Everyone was kind of going, I don't know how they get their name. It's not even funny. I just don't know. But she stood up in the middle. She was sitting in the middle, stood up, and she goes, because they have massive cocks. I can't say to the kids, that's the reason. But they put it in the project anyway, and I'm not allowed in the school anymore, so it is what it is. But like we started traveling, and my wife loves traveling. I love sitting on the couch. That's the eternal dichotomy of life. But we went to Amsterdam recently. Have any of you perverts been to Amsterdam? There's a picture of some of you in that sex museum. But we got there, and I went out for a wander myself, and I got trapped. I got lost in the. Your Honor, I got lost, Your Honor, in the red light district. I couldn't get out. No matter where I was looking, I was trapped. I just couldn't. And on top of every shop in the red light district, they have the same neon sign: live nudes. Everywhere I looked, live nudes. Live nudes. As opposed to, like, you put a sign up because enough people ask the question. Like, it's very weird. Live, it just threw me. I don't know why. It's weird. But Holland and Amsterdam is a weird place. It's crazy. Like, the hotel room was crazy because everything had a little sticker on it, and the sticker said, "For external use only." And let me tell you what it was on. The remote control, which was also wrapped in plastic. More questions. The toothpaste, the toothbrush, the hairdryer. So I have another question, because this is now turning into a therapy session. Are enough of us sticking hairdryers up our arses to warrant a sticker? Turns out, yeah. That is where we're at, But actually, while traveling, it was weird. I only noticed it at the airport. There's still some people wearing the masks and all that sort of stuff. Do some people still do that and some don't, or whatever? It's whatever you want to do. Like I do the mask thing, like I do the recycling. I only do it when the wife is watching. Outside of that, I'm just flying around the place. But what we're trying to do up here, we're just trying to have a bit of crack, have a bit of fun. We're getting into the weekend. We want to have a great weekend, but this is all about just having fun. And the equation for comedy, they say, is tragedy plus time. You know the way something happens, it's so terrible, you never want to talk about it or think about it. But then 6 weeks later, pints with your mates, you can't shut up about it. There'll be all of these kind of moments. I want to share one of mine with you. Because at my granddad's funeral, I dropped him. He was in the box on his big day. I dropped him. Oops. At the time, tragic. But now, still tragic. But no, I'm a homeowner. I've got to watch how I phrase that. I'm a homeowner, and Irish men notoriously hate their neighbours. Don't talk to anyone outside my house. In that small little road, I don't care about their life story, right? The main reason for that, though, is because my neighbour can only get hard when he's in it. It gets worse. My neighbour can only get hard when he's in his Ford Mondeo. Which is a weird thing, okay? Because if I want, I know I'm oversharing now, but if I want alone time, all I need is an empty house. I mute the family WhatsApp groups. And I go get into my neighbour's Ford Mondeo and we take a little trip. He's actually picking me up here tonight. that is where we're at. But Sean's from Bray. I'm also from Bray. Bray is the cultural capital of Bray. Just to give you an idea, an American left a review of our town. It said, "The Bray is cultured, but charmingly violent." We don't know what that means. But what we do and what we sell to Americans and people is the poetry, is the kind of the linguistic skills of, unlike me trying to say that sentence, of Ireland. And they think it's in a museum or a book or something. We all know that the best poetry comes from your racist granny at Christmas. I want to finish with this, okay? Because this is a phrase that my racist granny told me. And it's something that I only remembered recently. It's not necessarily a joke, it's a wise phrase. It's something from my family to your hearts, okay? You've all been beautiful. I've been Keego. This has been magical. But I want to leave you with this, okay? Because she was getting into social media. And she had all these kind of weird things about social media. And she turned around to me after 2 bottles of port on Christmas Day. And she said, "Listen, come here to me. Social media is a bit like Las Vegas." And I said, "Granny, what the are you talking about?" And she goes, "Listen to me. Social media is very like Las Vegas. If you spend too much time there, you're going to end up ordering a prostitute and ruining your life." My granny died from ordering a prostitute in Las Vegas. With that mental image, I want to say thank you very much. You're all beautiful. We'll get some beers at the break. Let's get Sean back.